This is week 3 of being homeless, and it's also week 2 during the coronavirus in Maryland. Governor Larry Hogan has already issued an order to close the restaurants early and close stores, and right now all I can figure is I've got no place to live except this very expensive hotel, and we have until Wednesday to find a new place to live, or we may have to extend our stay or sleep out of our car. It's a very complicated thing, but this is what happens when you've been living with your parents for 30 years. You've been living... Shit. Sorry. There are people outside. This is what happens when you've been living 30 years of your life with your family, and then your dad gets cancer, and on top of it, a diabetes infection where, sorry, I'm constantly on guard. A diabetes infection where they have to amputate his entire leg above the knee. I'm going to see if everybody's gone. Looks like the coast is clear. Right now I have to make sure I stay away from everybody because everybody's really, really, really paranoid about touching people. And I can't help myself. I'm an ambivert, a combination of introvert and extrovert at the same time. I need to be hugged because of my severe case of bipolar disorder and severe anxiety. So I need hugs, and I can't get them except virtual hugs, and virtual hugs are not enough. And everybody's worried that I'm going to get infected, or my mom is going to get infected, or I may spread the virus. And I haven't seen my dad in 2.5 weeks because he's in a nursing home, and they're worried about this coronavirus getting to him. So I don't know what to tell you. Because Rita Wilson is now trending on Twitter, because she's rapping to a very old 90s rap song, and I love the 90s. As much as I hate to say this, but let me see if I can get this right, especially since I love Disney. I love, ever since I was 5 years old, I was watching Mary Poppins about almost at the same time before I could actually sing a song in a soprano voice, or I don't even know what my range is anymore. I haven't been to karaoke in a very long time. So I'm going to see if I can attempt this. And I don't know if it's either Miranda or Dick Van Dyke who does this, but I'm going to try this. The Dirty Rascal from A Cover Is Not the Book. I have to start slow because it tends to go a little too fast for me, and it's a tongue twister. So let's see if I can get this right. Once upon a time in a nursery rhyme, there was a castle with a king hiding in a wing, for he never went to school to learn a single thing. He had scepters and swords and a parliament of lords, but on the inside he was sad. Egad, because he never had a wisdom for numbers, a wisdom for words. Though his crown was quite immense, his brain was smaller than a bird's. So the queen of the nation made a royal proclamation to the misses and the messes, the more or lesses, bring me all the land's professors. And she went to the hairdressers. So they came from the east and they came from the south. From each college they put knowledge from their brains into his mouth. But the king couldn't learn, so the professor met their fate. The queen had their heads removed and placed upon the gate. And on that date, the missus got a word, the mate was now the late great. Then suddenly one day a stranger started to sing. He said, I'm the dirty rascal, and I'm here to teach the king. Then the queen catch her jewels, for she hated royal fools, but this fool has rules they really ought to teach in schools. Like, you'll be a happy king if you enjoy the things you've got. You should never try to be the kind of person that you're not. So they sang and they laughed, for the king had found a friend. They ran off to a rainbow for the story's perfect end. The moral is you mustn't let the outside be the guide, for it's not so cut and dried. Unless you're Dr. Jekyll, then you better hide petrified. Now the truth can't be denied, as I know I testified. All that really counts and matters is special stuff inside. Nailed it.